Namaste, mi familia. Today we're going to talk about the simple concept of choosing love and how it's not simple at all. No, it's not. Every moment of your life, you have choices to make. How you act, how you react, decisions that you make countless times a day. And in that, we are called to choose love, to make the more loving choice. And guess what? You're gonna get it wrong a lot of the time, right? You're gonna make mistakes because you have free will, you have choice, right? In time, you could become that person that chooses love all of the time. Like in time, all of humanity will choose love and God will become complete. Okay, but in the moment, you're gonna mess up. We all do. We all make mistakes. That's inherently part of being a life form in a universe that has free will. You have a choice and you have the ability to choose incorrectly a lot of the time, as do I. And I do. I'm by no means an evolved human being here that is incapable of making poor decisions. But if I was incapable of making poor decisions, would I really be a more evolved human being? I think that's a less capable human being. That is a computer program, artificial intelligence that is constrained to only make the more loving choice. That is not free will. That's a script. And as much as we may like to think that there's logic to the world and how everything works, and if we just follow the rules, everything will be okay, reality tells us it's not going to be okay. It's not going to be okay just because we follow the rules. Because it's a dynamic environment. Things can go right, things can go wrong, and just like we make poor choices sometimes, so too the people in our lives. So, how do we interact with that? How do we live in a world where we have the option to choose love, and so does everybody else around us, and many of us are going to get it wrong? How do we accomplish our purpose? How do we move forward in life? How do we become better? How do we have less chaos and stress and illness and despair in our lives? Well, it's through constant evolution. By choosing love in the daily moment and getting better, right? Recognizing when you make mistakes, recognizing when I didn't choose love in that moment. Instead of justifying yourself that you're okay, that the other person was wrong, they deserved it, it was just a situation, it was just a mistake. Own it. I didn't make the most loving choice. I want to make the more loving choice. I want to be better. That's a shift. It's a shift in your mindset from your mind being the egotistical, logical governor of everything in your life, being a dictator that justifies everything you do as being right for some reason. That is a logical construct of the mind. The spirit, on the other hand, does not live in a state of judgment, right? It does not look at you and say, you messed up, you're a bad person, you made the wrong decision. No, your spirit has a vision as to what your potential is, what you're capable of, what your purpose is, and knowing that you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. You're gonna make mistakes along the way, but you will eventually get there. Maybe not in this lifetime, but you will get to that point of being an evolved, full expression of your true self, where your body, spirit, and mind are in alignment and working together as a team. And guess what? When they're working as a team and you're in tune with your true self, it's a lot easier to make the more loving choice. It's a lot easier to be a better human being. And with that comes blessings, opportunity, health, new new experiences, happiness, right? Really, isn't that what it's all about? Finding a way to be happy, regardless of the situation we find ourselves in. That's a lot easier when you have evolved to become your more true self, the full embodiment of your body, spirit, and mind. This is the goal. This is where we want to get to. And so the challenge we find is like how to break that down on simple terms that we can start right now. Like, how do I start in this very moment? And for me, it's by looking at the choices we make and being conscious about it so we can, be a better version of ourselves in the present moment by choosing love. But also by developing a regular practice of checking in with ourselves. This is not really difficult, right? It's just, you can even set a task to remind yourself to do this, but in time it becomes a habit where you check in with yourself to say, I am at the end of my day, and I'm gonna check in. What have I done today to nurture my body? Check in with yourself. Think about what you ate. Think about how much you exercise. Think about what you did to make your body healthier. Okay, if you haven't done anything or you haven't done enough, then you know what you need to do with the rest of your day, right? Go for a walk, hit the gym, do some sit-ups, whatever it is, right? Just do something. Improve and nurture the body. Same thing for the spirit. Have I been connected to spirit today? Have I understood my relationship and paid attention to the universe and connected? No? Drop down into meditation. Do your prayers. Go for a walk with nature. Whatever it is that connects you to spirit, make sure that you do that before the day is over. And finally, mind. This is the easy one. We all have handheld devices. Well, we don't all have handheld devices, but much of the world does. But if you do, learn something new. Just expand those horizons so you can go to bed that night and say, I nurtured my body, my spirit, and my mind. And imagine if you had done that every single day of your life for the last 10 years, the better person you'd be today. Start anew. Make today the day that you check in with yourself every single day with your body, spirit, and mind. Make sure that you're choosing love in the daily moment and aspire to be that true self. Aspire to be the better version of you that you know you can be, and we all want you to be. I want you to know we're in this together. Like, this is not some plateau that you achieve and you're suddenly there for the rest of your life. It's a daily investment and it's a daily payoff. So we can get there together, and by connecting with me, like, I'm here for you. You need help? Reach out to me. I will help you. I am not looking to gain anything from this. I'm here to help you guide yourself to your true self. And if I can help, that's why I'm here. That's my purpose. So, yeah, I gotta share, getting out in nature, whether that's going to your park or into the forest, into the jungle, or out at the beach. Connecting with nature, getting away from devices, getting away from electricity and concrete, it makes a difference. All right, I'm Darby. We'll talk soon.